What's up, friends? I'm Sue. Thanks for tuning in today. I've got a yoga sequence for anyone that has a little energy to move. We're calling this yoga for movers and shakers. Maybe you are not ready to start seated on a mat. Maybe you've got some energy to move. Normally you'd go for a run or ride a bike or hit the bags or something, but you want to do a little bit of yoga. We can do that together. So we're going to start standing today. And we'll move through a warm-up, we'll find our standing postures and our flow, and then by the end, we'll kind of check in with our energy and bring ourselves down and take those final stretches. One other great thing about this sequence that we're going to do today is that it is a down dog free sequence. It is a no tension on the wrist sequence today. So if your wrists are just like not feeling it, it can be a lot to do those planks, those down dogs. So this is a nice variation to bring into your weekly workout or your practice. So go ahead and grab a yoga mat, find some comfy clothes, and then grab 20-30 minutes to yourself because this practice is here for you. So we're going to go ahead and check in today in a standing posture, and you're just going to kind of check in with your feet to start, and maybe you rock back and forth a little bit. And you notice what it's like to shift the weight from your heels to the ball mounts of your feet. And then allow yourself to slow down and let the weight start to feel evenly distributed through the ball mounts, the heels, those four corners. Take a peek down, spread the toes, give them a little wiggle, and then let them relax down on the floor. You feel grounded on your feet, on your mat. Notice the texture of your mat, your sticky mat, or the surface you're practicing on. And then we're going to kind of bring that focus up the legs. So let's check in with the knees. Give them a little bend, maybe even a dramatic one up and down. And then let them find a place where they can settle in. We're not looking to lock out the knees. We're trying to find a simple micro bend here. Continuing the focus up, maybe you check in with the hips, take a little squiggle here through the hips, and then let them settle in. Start to move the spine if you need to, circle it around, sway it side to side, and maybe let the arms kind of shake. Come up through the shoulders, inhale, squeeze them up, and exhale, let them drop. Bring the focus up through the face and through the top of the head. And now feel a lift as you breathe in. Take your breath in nice and tall. And exhale, sigh it out. Maybe you have the eyes open, you soften your gaze, and you're just tuning into your breath in this standing posture. So inhale, fill up. Exhale, let all the air release. Let's take two more. Nice deep full breath in. Exhale, moving it out. One more full inhale. And exhale, sigh it out. It can be nice to sometimes start the day with a little bit of moving that stale breath, that stale energy through your body. If you'd like, bring your hands to heart center. Unite your palms. This is called Anjali Mudra. And this is kind of our home base. If your arms, your shoulders need a little break today, you can always come back here. Maybe you bow your head down, and as you get quiet in your body and in your mind, notice if an intention comes up. A thought, a goal, a mantra, a feeling. Maybe a word, maybe a phrase. As you let it sink in, bow your head down, kind of honoring that thought. Take a breath in. And exhale, sigh it out. Wonderful. We'll roll the head upright. Release the hands and just roll through the wrists a little bit. Wonderful. So we're going to take some standing stretches here today since we're coming in with a lot of energy and we feel like we have some stuff to move through our body today. Let the arms go down at the side, and then from our mountain pose, we'll inhale, scoop the arms up. As you get here, maybe you take a big stretch, a yawn. Bend one elbow at a time. Twirl the wrists up. Let's go ahead and gaze up here. And then let's interlace the fingers, press the palms up. So now you're in this nice long line of energy. Breathe it in, press it up. Exhale, take a dip to one side. Take a side body stretch. Inhale through center. Exhale, side two. Perfect. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, press it away, release the arms down. Roll through the shoulders. Again, if you feel like you want to move, you can always kind of rock back and forth on your mat, or if you like to feel still, let your feet feel grounded, you can do that. Taking the spins both directions, forwards and backwards. Perfect. And then we'll separate the feet a little bit wider than standing width, and then we're going to take a spinal twist here. So just an easy breezy flow. Let your arms go along for the ride. Maybe you pivot the foot, come off the heel. Taking one more on each side, relaxing the belly, relaxing the face. Perfect. Let's go ahead and come back through center and come back to that standing posture. As we are here, we're going to go ahead and inhale, reach the arms up. Perfect. On the exhale, let's go ahead and goalpost the arms and open up wide across the chest. So you're spreading your fingers wide here. Cactus or goddess arms. Breathe in. On the exhale, close it together and round the spine a little bit. And maybe they touch and maybe they don't. And then kind of flowing through a standing cow and cat with a little add-on. Inhale, open up. And then exhale, round the spine, draw the navel and close it in. One more inhale, open. Exhale, close it in, yogis. Gaze down. Inhale, open nice and wide. And then exhale, release your hands down. Perfect. So we're going to check in with the shoulders today. So I'm just going to turn so you can see where I'm going. So whether you want to kind of squeeze the shoulder blades together to start, and then you can imagine you're holding a small ball here, or you can even interlace the fingers if it's in your body. And from here, we're going to move nice and slow through a fold. So you're welcome to stay facing forward. I'm just going to turn sideways so you can see the alignment. You can move along with me. Again, keeping that bind or just holding that small ball. You're going to inhale, puff up the chest, gaze up. On the exhale, bend the knees. And now you're going nice and slow and you're moving through a fold. And bend the knees really generously here. And drop the head when you get down. Maybe you shake it a little bit. And if you're in the bind, go ahead and now bring the bind down to the small of your back. Touch the hands down and then slide them out, let them release. Forward fold, take some sways. See if you can release anything you're holding onto in your neck. It's real easy to like hold on here. So what is it like to really dip the head down? Maybe you shake it yes, shake it no. Sway the legs around. You can always take some bends of the knee and straighten the legs. Wonderful. And then we'll find a little stillness here in this fold. So we're going to walk our hands up to a halfway lift. So on the inhale, walk the hands up to the shins or the thighs. And now you are drawing the navel in and send the crown of the head. Do a little hair adjustment, a little hair flip if you need it. Crown of the head one way, tail goes the other way. Press the thigh bones back. So really energize here through the legs. Breathe it in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, send it down. Let's do one more of those. So inhale, sliding up halfway. Slide the shoulder blades down your back. Exhale, fold. Nice and slow, roll up through the spine. Keep the chin tucked. Head is the last thing to come up. When you get there, you're nice and tall. Maybe you're still facing forward, and then you're just going to check in with that neck once you get there. So whether you want to take some circles or bow the head down, stretch through the back of the neck, maybe gaze up. Take any variations here that feel good to you. Give yourself that time to send a little love to the neck and the neck muscles. Maybe you turn the head side to side. And then perhaps dipping the left ear to left shoulder. Soften the belly. Other side, right ear to right shoulder. Beautiful, yogis. Go ahead and come through center. Final stretches, marching out the legs if you need it, rolling out the ankles. Wonderful. And then checking in with that mountain pose, arms just soften down by your side. Let's inhale, reach the arms up. Maybe you gaze up here. On the exhale, pick an arm, send it down, follow it with your gaze. Take a side body stretch, let your breath go. Inhale up through center. Exhale, side two. Inhale, nice and tall. Big breath in, exhale, take it down to your heart, and then just pause here. Breathe it in and out. You got it. Wonderful, let the breath go. So we'll start to get into our standing postures. We've warmed up our body a little bit. We have found those lateral bends, those twists, those folds. So let's go ahead and check in with a little bit of our standing posture. So you're gonna face the short end of your mat so you have this length to work with here. I'm gonna go ahead and face out the window, looking out the window today. And let's just start by stepping our right foot forward. Right foot forward, left leg back. We're setting up for our crescent lunge legs. So notice here if you're going to warrior one and you have that heel down, can you just invite the heel to spike up, all 10 toes point forward. Find a bend in your right knee, hands come to heart center. Let's use some of that energy we're bringing today and strengthen through the body. So widen across the collarbones. We're gonna take a nice big breath in, and on the exhale, we're gonna bend the left knee and take a dip down. Inhale up through center. Exhale, bend the knee. Ankle popping. Inhale nice and tall. And third time, taking it down. Perfect, yogis. From here, you're going to find a place of neutral. Maybe you press back through that heel if you want to deepen that stretch through the left hip flexor. And then we'll inhale the arms up. So now we're in this high crescent lunge. Take a breath in. On your exhale, turn to your right. You're taking a revolved lunge here, a twist. So as you turn to the right, left arm forward, right arm back. Really reach to the fingertips. And then inhale, send the gaze up, come out of the low back. Take a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, step it forward, power the leg forward, pedal out the feet. Second side, coming at you, left leg forward, send the right leg back. Set up that your legs are on two separate lanes of traffic, so you're not trying to be on a tightrope here. You can take up as much space as you like on your yoga mat. Sometimes more width can give you a little bit more of a foundation. Hands at heart center. And let's do a little bit of that strengthening here. So inhale, we're nice and tall, a bend in the left knee. On the exhale, that right knee is going straight down. Inhale, find length. Exhale, drop the knee down. No popping on the right ankle for me. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, take it down. Perfect. Go ahead and come back through the center and then find a place that feels good. Sometimes it feels good to have the knee a little bent and the pelvis tucked. Sometimes your body might want to really stretch through that right hip flexor. Press the right heel back. High crescent lunge, sending the arms up nice and easy through the shoulders. Take the breath in. On the exhale, twist to your left. Right arm forward, left fingertips back. Smile nice and bright. Feel your breath flowing through your body. Inhale, arms go up to center. Come out of the low back. Maybe you gaze up here. And then exhale, step the foot forward, pedal out the feet. Perfect, you're doing amazing. So we're gonna come to face the length of our mat here. Send the feet wide and check in with your feet. You want to have your feet parallel here. So toes are not out this time. Setting up in our wide-legged stance. And when you get there, maybe just kind of circle out the pelvis, take a few sways. Knowing that we're coming into these external hip rotations, so why not let our body warm up a little bit? Perfect. We're going to start with the hands on the hips. And then knowing I'm not mirroring you today, I'm working with you, same leg. I'm going to bring my focus to the right leg and I'm going to turn the right toes out so that they're facing the short end of the mat. When I get there, left foot is kind of parallel to the short end of the mat on the opposite side. And you're going to bend into that right knee. Now notice you automatically, your upper body is going to want to turn towards that leg. What is it like to kind of invite it to the length of your mat? Send the arms out. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. And then check in with that right knee. It also tends to dip in a little bit. It's very natural. This is really a working posture here. So take the back of your right hand and just gently guide that knee out so it's over the pinky toe edge side. Working posture in this one. Gazing over the right fingertips. And then using that energy that we've brought today, let's take a little flow here. So inhale, straighten the right leg, lift the arms up. We're going to call this temple pose. You can gaze up if you like. As you exhale, press it away to warrior 2. 2 more yogis. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, press it away. Inhale, find your lift. And exhale, warrior 2. Settle in. Flip the right palm, reach it forward, and then go ahead and scoop it up and over, reverse warrior. Left arm can just relax down, or you can take a bind as you bring it behind your back. We're still bending into that right knee here, so my right leg is really working. There's my little kitty. Breathe it in. Exhale, extended side angle. We're going to do this one pose at a time, or one portion of this at a time. So the right forearm comes down and the left hand's going to start on the hip. And we're going to notice that it's easy to collapse here. So rolling the shoulder back and gazing up, and maybe you stay right here. If you're adding on or you want to play around, maybe you reach the left arm up. This top hand can always go to a block or to the floor. I'm going to keep it here for me. And then know you can always reach it over. But think about your alignment in this posture. Extended side angle. We're going to bring the arms up, straighten the leg. Let's go ahead and find a bit of a reverse triangle, kind of like a rock star pose. So you're going to straighten the right leg, reach the right arm up, grow tall, be tall and proud. And then exhale, bring the hands down. Perfect. Feet come back to center. You're in that wide-legged stance. Take those shifts. Notice that maybe the right side already feels different. A little warmer or a little more open. There we go. Second side coming at you. Check in. Left foot, toes turn out. Take your time as you shift into this. Find that bend in your left knee. And we find those warrior 2 arms to add on, reach through the fingertips. So one thing that happens a lot in this posture is it's really easy to feel like a surfer and you lean forward. Can you pull the spine back so that you have this nice tall alignment? And then again, checking in with that left knee. Is it dipping in? Maybe the back of the left hand just encourages it out towards the pinky toe side. Finding your flow. 3 times through. Inhale up to temple, straighten the legs. Breathe it in as you reach up, maybe gaze up. Exhale, press it away, gaze over the fingertips, warrior 2. Inhale, nice and tall, round 2. Exhale, press it away. One more, yogis. Inhale, nice and tall and bright. Exhale, warrior 2. Settle in, find your focus. Notice what you're gazing at when you look over your fingertips. Flip the left palm, reach it forward, and then up and over, reverse warrior. Right arm can just rest or even bind behind you. Take a breath in. Keep that bend in the left leg, extended side angle, one part at a time. My left arm is coming down to rest, my top hand is here. You can keep it right here. Bend into the knee. Feel that alignment from the back foot, up the leg, up the spine, up the top of the head. If you're looking for a different variation or want to add on, maybe you reach the arm up. Top hand can always go down to the floor or to a block, or maybe you reach it over. I'm going to bring it right here. Perfect, yogis. Cultivating strength, being in your body in sometimes these challenging postures, challenging moments. Go ahead and breathe it in, straighten the left leg, find that rock star pose, left arm up, big stretch. Exhale, bring it back to the center. Amazing job. Perfect, so still working with that standing energy today. We're gonna go ahead and work through this standing wide-legged posture. So Prasarita, you can find so many variations as we come into this. So check in with your arms today, see how you feel. Maybe you want to move through this hands at heart center. Maybe you are like, I'm ready to reach my fingertips out. I like to feel this length in my body. Or maybe you like that bind that we've been doing. So you can always squeeze the shoulder blades together. Find the bind behind your back. Or maybe a variation we haven't touched on yet. So here we go, moving through your Prasarita. Draw that energy up through the arches to start. Figure out where you want your hands. I think I'm going to stack them on my low back. A little bend in the knees here. We don't want to lock anything out. Just stay here. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. As you inhale, puff up the chest. Widen the collarbones. Exhale, you're going to move nice and slow. And this is like a hinge forward here. So I'm keeping all of this in one line. Come down about halfway, so you're gazing down just in front of that long side of your mat. Crown of the head goes forward, tailbone, the energy is going out the back. Breathe it in. On your exhale, now you find the full Hello Kitty, drop your head down. And then give yourself time here. What do you need in this fold today? You can shake the head yes and no. Grab for your ankles. Take any variations, any movement, or any stillness that you like. On your next inhale, can you bring yourself to a halfway lift? So we're still being gentle on the wrists here. Maybe you come to fingertips, bend the knees a little bit. We don't want to overstretch the backs of the legs, the hamstrings. It can be a lot of tugging. And then exhale, fold, bring it down. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and roll up here. So you're going to walk your hands up your body, roll it up, head comes up, do the fixing of the hair, whatever you need. Hands at heart center. We're still in that wide-legged stance. Take a breath in. On the exhale, we're going to take a side lunge. I'm going to go to my right. So I'm going to bend the right knee, send my weight to that side. Feet are still parallel. Inhale up through center. Exhale, take the lunge to the opposite side. Inhale through center. One more on each side. Exhale, sink down. Maybe a little farther this time. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, side two. Awesome work. Go ahead and come through center. Let your arms rest down at your side. Go ahead and heel toe your feet in or step them in, whatever feels good to you. Clean up your mat, clean up your space. So we've really moved through a lot of working postures here today. So let's bring a little focus, a little balance in here for you. And we're going to do that by just finding a little bit of that one-legged mountain. So starting in Tadasana, your mountain pose, both feet on the ground. And I'm going to start by balancing on my right leg. So my right foot is pressing down into the floor. Maybe I bend the left knee and I shift the weight to my right leg. Watch out, kitty. One-legged mountain pose, you can be hands at heart center, hands at hips, maybe something that feels good, a mudra. Wherever you are, perhaps you flex the left foot. I swear cats love yoga. Every time I do yoga, my two cats always come by me, which I love, right? Animals, they're awesome. They're good for the soul. You can start to draw this leg up, and know these are all options to build on here. And maybe you're lifting the arms, or maybe you are finding that mudra, or just something that helps you find something to focus on, to really laser in your gaze. One-legged mountain, we're gonna add on just one more move here, a little bit of strengthening. You're gonna go ahead and press your left foot forward like you're stamping it on a wall. Stand tall and proud, yogis. Maybe your leg is shaking a little bit. My left quad certainly is working here. And then we're gonna bend the knee and bring the foot down. Whew. It's a lot. Thank your body, thank your legs for all they give you. Take a sway, take a shift, walk the feet out. And then let's find that on the other side. So mountain pose. So now we're working through that strengthening energy. We're not moving as fast here. We're kind of starting to tone it down. You can see where we're going as we start to kind of come near the end of our practice. Grounding through the opposite side, I'm going to ground through my left leg, and I'm just going to bend my right knee, pop my right heel. This can be your mountain, your one-legged mountain. Finding a place for your hands that speaks to you. And then maybe, as you press your left foot into the floor, you lift the right foot, flex the foot, whatever your side two leg is that's hovering. You can draw it up, flex the foot, lots of right angles going through this lifted leg. Maybe you challenge yourself with a little bit of an arm variation. Maybe you keep it nice and close to the body. Here comes that simple and also challenging leg strengthening posture. Not a lot of movement here. Just press the right foot forward, stamp the foot. You're still balancing, and now you're strengthening the right quad, the right leg. Maybe you lift it an inch higher. You got it, guys. Exhale, bend the knee, bring it down. What do you think, Kitty? We did it. Oh, yeah. Hi. Hello. Aww. All right, we're going to start to bring this down a little bit, but let's start by sending a little love to the hips. So if you have something to hold on to, you're welcome to, or you can just have hands on hips, and then you're just going to take a leg and you're just going to sway it in front of you a little bit. You can always touch. Aww. The plop. You know he wants some belly pets. And we'll do the other side. Don't worry, I'm coming. We're bringing it down to the floor in a minute. Perfect. So just sending a little love to the hips. I know that's a lot to hold, to ask. All right, yogis. Mountain pose as we start to bring it down. Shoulder blades slide down the back. Just breathe in nice and full. Exhale, let it all go. Wonderful. Inhale, reach the arms up, upward salute. On the exhale, take the fold nice and slow as you go down. Take what you need here if you want to bend the elbows, send the feet a little wider, take a ragdoll sway. Pet a cat or a dog. And then fingertips come to the ground. We're just going to bend the knees and tuck ourselves into this little ball here. And then we'll bring ourselves to a seat. Perfect. Coming into that cool down and starting to settle our energy down. So noticing that we've moved through a lot. Starting to feel a little more tired, a little ready to settle down. So I bring the soles of the feet down here. And then I'm coming into Baddha Konasana, which is our butterfly pose. You can keep it nice and tall. Take a breath in, or maybe on the exhale, you start to lean forward. One more breath in. Exhale, bow it down here, and now kind of let yourself go to that cozy space. Find your fold. Give yourself 2 or 3 breaths. Let your head drop. And we'll inhale, bring ourselves upright. And then let's send the right leg long and bend the left knee and draw it in. Can't stop getting enough of this little cutie. Right foot is flexed, right leg is long. You can let your right hand rest here. Left palm is up. Inhale, scoop it up. On the exhale, you're coming into a version of Janu Shirshasana, and you're just taking this nice big side body stretch. Couple rounds of breath here. Flexing the right toes to the sky, so still keeping this leg active. And then we'll inhale, bring ourselves upright. You're going to turn the trunk of your body towards that leg, and as you do that, draw the right leg into the hip socket. So you're kind of finding that alignment now. So you don't want this hip socket to be over here and your spine is here. Draw it in so everything is stacked up. As you come into this fold, you can do it with your legs long. You can have a little bend, or you can take a restorative fold, and you can always come here. Sometimes it's like a nice, quiet place to be, not asking that much of your physical body. I'm going to take it with my leg long. That's what I'm craving today. So inhale, arms go up. On the exhale, lead with your heart, and then almost like your belly's coming over something. Finding a place that feels good. Maybe you're nice and long, or maybe you want to take it down and just drop the head a little bit. Picking the head up, bringing the upper body upright, and then let's just switch sides out. Sending my left leg long, bending my right knee. Letting the left hand rest on the leg. Right palm is up. We'll take that scoop first. So inhale, scoop it up. Exhale, revolved version of Janu. Staying for a couple breaths. Maybe you're really breathing into those side ribs today. On the inhale, bring yourself upright. Perfect. Kind of like that robot. Turn yourself towards that long leg. As you do it, draw the leg in under the hip socket. Check in with what you want today. Leg long, knee bent a little, knee bent a lot. Always a nice option as you come into that fold. I'm going to take the legs long. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, leading with the heart, maybe staying up high, or seeing if you want to fold. There's no right or wrong here as long as you're kind of listening and honoring what your body is craving, what it needs. Give yourself 3 rounds of breath. You deserve those 3 rounds of breath. Nowhere else to go. And picking the gaze up. Hello. And then bring yourself upright. Perfect. So coming into our final posture here, we're going to take this kind of like a restorative mini Shavasana, but we're not going to come down to our backs. If you have pillows, you're welcome to grab them. And we're going to come into a seated fold here. I'm going to slide over. Wouldn't want to disturb him. Right, buddy? So coming into a forward fold as we kind of our last posture of the practice. So I want to give you a few options. If you are looking for that deep stretch, you can keep this area clean and open, reach the arms up, and exhale, fold forward. If you want a restorative posture, you can bend the knees. Breathe in, and then exhale, bow the head down, and almost like you're a turtle going in a shell, you can kind of just go to that cozy place. Or I'm going to take these pillows and kind of mimic a little bit of a restorative class. So I find forward folds to be very calming, and sometimes it takes a while. Like being in it for 3 breaths doesn't always work for me. So we're going to hold it for a few breaths. We're going to check it out. And sometimes you're being with things that are uncomfortable, and not pain, but just uncomfortable. So finding that discernment and knowing which one is which, and finding the edge of where you can be in your body, and cultivating that strength to know that when you're in moments in life that are uncomfortable, that you can be with it and it will pass. So I'm going to take this restorative posture. Jesus is going to take his sideline Shavasana here. And wherever you are, breathe in. Maybe you lift the arms. And on the exhale, find your fold into your fold, your Paschimottanasana. And you can allow your head to drop. Maybe you're just noticing these deep sensations, where does your mind go? Where do you feel this in your body? Can you just be with it and send your breath there? Give yourself 3 more rounds of breath, yogis. Maybe you're taking deep breaths into the back lungs or filling up the belly. And then peek the head up, and we'll bring ourselves upright. Placing your pillows to the side. Bringing yourself to a seat on your mat. Seated posture of your choice. Come here, you want to sit with me? Oh, maybe we'll have someone join me for closing out our practice. Come on. Aw, my heart is melting. What a cutie. Take any shifts, any wiggles, any squiggles, whatever you need. You can sit crisscross, legs out, any variation. Maybe you're kneeling, sitting on your heels. Oh, this is the best. Let your hands rest somewhere, palms down for grounding, palms up for receiving. Take your spine back just a little bit. Bring the focus to the crown of your head. You feel a lightness above you. A feeling of openness, of possibility. And take a deep breath in. And exhale, sigh it out. Let it wash all over you. One more, yogis. Nice big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Bring your hands to heart center. You can keep your eyes closed or open them. Thinking about your personal intention. Maybe noticing your energy right now. Do you feel like you moved something through your body? Maybe you feel a little more grounded. A little sense of relief or calm or fulfillment. And whatever you're feeling is perfectly right for you. I want to thank you for joining me, for coming to your mat today, for finding a little at-home yoga flow. Thank you, Cheese, for joining me. You always make this so much better. Hands at heart center. From my heart to yours, yogis, have a great day today. Namaste. Awesome job. And you too, my friend.